The next person that I have is one of our members. And when we were talking about doing the stand with Arizona, she came up and she asked me, she said, Rhonda, what do you think about having, say, legal immigrants to speak? And I said, well, that's great. Do you know any? And she said, yeah, me. And I said, no way. And wait until you hear her speak and you'll see why I say this. She's very dedicated to our cause. She loves our country very much. She's a wonderful benefit to our city, our state, and our nation. She does America proud. Please welcome legal immigrant Elaine Leon.
Thank you, Rhonda. I was born in France, in Alsace near the German border. Because of the ravages of war and the devastations of that time, my mother wanted more for us. My mother's great aunt lived here and asked my mother to come here to start a new life in the United States. Because she did not have the money for both of us to come, she left me behind for my grandparents to raise. She worked hard to raise the money and get a job as a chambermaid for a well-to-do family in Philadelphia. There she met my stepfather. It took 12 years for me to really finally come over to this country. When I visited my mother last September at Christmas time, she gave me a box of letters that we had written to each other. They were in French. I had to go back in the recesses of my mind to remember what some of the words were, because I'd become so rusty and hearing French. I have gotten, in these letters, I had written the deep desires to come over to this country. As a child, this was the land of the free and the brave. That's what I learned in school in France. The day finally arrived. After much red tape and vaccinations and shots, I finally came. It took another 5 years for me to become a United States citizen. I went to classes to memorize the Pledge of Allegiance and the Star-Spangled Banner, and to always put my hand on my heart in allegiance to America. To this day, it still bothers me when I see American-born citizens taking our flag and pledge for granted. What a shame. I had to read the Constitution and memorize 4 sentences. And they were, we hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that we are endowed by our Creator, by their Creator, with certain unalienable rights, that among them are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. On graduation day, I proudly put my hand on my heart and recited the Pledge of Allegiance and tearfully sang the Star-Spangled Banner. Excuse me. I learned English by watching the Mickey Mouse Club because Annette was my idol. I had a wonderful English teacher, and she tutored me in English. You're probably wondering why I don't have an accent. That is because I wanted to be American in every way. Not French American, not Italian American, not German American, but American of French descent. I proudly fly my flag every day and get teary-eyed at parades and patriotic music. And don't ask me what I do when I see airplanes flying overhead. I want to thank you all for coming this evening as we stand in solidarity with Arizona. God bless all of you, and God bless the wonderful country we live in, the United States of America.